Bring your passion to the DFL. Good resolution writing. Resolutions are the DFL's grassroots way of moving your ideas to politicians. They energize our delegates, our candidates, and our elected officials. The ideas you carry need to be understood and supported by the majority. The idea can be your own or any group's issue you support. Writing a concise resolution and organizing support for it are the two most important factors for the success of your resolution. The DFL platform consists of two parts: the ongoing platform that embodies our beliefs and principles, and the action agenda that lays out legislative objectives and political priorities for a 2-year period. When an item has been on the action agenda for several legislative cycles, then the convention may vote to move it to the ongoing platform. Resolutions are most successful when submitted to many caucuses around the state. For your resolution to be considered at the state level, it will need to come from at least 5 operating units and 2 congressional districts. Let's take a look at just one of the 16 categories from the Action Agenda document, Energy, and the top 5 resolutions that the state convention delegates voted for and approved. Notice the broad support for these resolutions. Support renewable energy available to everyone had broad support from throughout the state. It came from all 8 congressional districts and 34 organizing units, about half the state. Likewise, support environmental impact statements for pipelines had broad state support coming from all 8 congressional districts and 30 organizing units. Support the EPA's Clean Power Plan came from all 8 congressional districts and about a third of the organizing units, 23 in all. Support carbon fee and dividend came from 6 congressional districts and 9 organizing units. Oppose all subsidies for fossil fuel came from 4 congressional districts and 5 organizing units. As you can see, broad support for your resolution is necessary to be considered at the state level. Here is the top half of the resolutions form for the Precinct Caucus. There are 16 categories. A category of media and internet has been added. Net neutrality and access of high-speed broadband to Greater Minnesota are just 2 significant examples confirming media and internet issues deserves its own category. Here's the bottom half of the resolutions ballot. The ballot now explicitly states, be concise and use everyday language, and provide your 2 or 3 strongest supporting statements. So, present your resolution to your precinct caucus. There can be discussion about the resolution. Then the precinct members will take a vote. Remember, a valid resolution must be signed and clearly marked adopted. Clearly marked adopted. Clearly marked adopted. When writing your resolution, strive to be concise and succinct. You don't need to write legislation. A resolution should state specific actions and the goals they are meant to accomplish. For example, we support fair public financing of presidential and congressional elections. We support single-payer health care. We oppose disposal of hazardous waste below ground. Using positive language is generally more successful than using oppositional or negative language. Use everyday language and thus strive to be understood. This resolution here was actually a great idea, meant to stop certain forms of outstate predatory lending. But no one knew what this meant. Thus the resolution did not pass at the organizing unit level. When you write your resolution, have one idea, not several. This resolution had 4 very good ideas. But how does the resolutions committee digest and translate this, and thus make it presentable to their organizing unit convention so it can be approved and forwarded for consideration at the state convention? Here's how the process worked for one resolution for the last 2-year legislative cycle. 5 precincts in Senate District 44 submitted resolutions about supporting renewable energy. These were combined into one resolution by their resolutions committee, retaining the essence of all 5. Senate District 44 approved that resolution and forwarded it to the state. And so did 33 other organizing units. The major point is that the final resolution on the state ballot was the product of about 150 separate resolutions. Thus, of about 150 separate resolutions, the end result was 17 words. Support a transition to renewable energy where everyone has affordable access to the benefits of clean energy. So leave the details to the legislators. You are writing and providing the vision and passion to our political process. Try to keep your resolution, the resolution itself, to 30 words or less. Then try to limit your reasoning to about 3 major points. Write with vision, write with passion. Here's an example. Support single-payer health care because health care is how we as a society most clearly express our sacred responsibility to care for each other. Your voice matters. Participate in and bring your passion to your precinct caucus. Thank you.